Ramana Maharshi's words are deep and direct. My comments are intended to bring his deep words into your experience. The second question: there must be stage after stage of progress for gaining the absolute. Are there grades of reality? The man then asks about attaining the absolute. He wonders if there are different levels or grades of reality that one needs to progress through to reach the ultimate truth. Different levels of reality. In response, Ramana says, there are no grades of reality. There are grades of experience for the jiva and not of reality. If anything can be gained anew, it could also be lost, whereas the absolute is central, here and now. Ramana declares that reality itself does not have any gradations. It is absolute and unchanging. There is only one reality. However, from the perspective of an individual, a jiva, it can seem like there are different levels of experiences or perceptions. As your mind learns, it changes. The whole purpose of the practice is to get past the mind into the ever-present existence and consciousness. These mental experiences may vary in intensity or depth, but they do not alter the nature of reality itself. These seeming differences are only for the mind. They start and end, come and go, but your being does not come and go. It is always. The absolute truth is ever present and doesn't require progressive states to be attained. It is here and now. It is the only thing that is here and now. You have but to notice. The ignorance and illusions of the mind seem to obscure the reality of the absolute and of your real self. The question continues, if so, how do I remain ignorant of it? The man now wonders how he can overcome the ignorance that seemingly veils the knowledge of the absolute. How can he realize his own self? Ramana's response: for whom is this ignorance? Does the absolute tell you that it is veiled? It is the jiva who says that something veils the absolute. Find out for whom this ignorance is. Ramana points out that this ignorance, this veiling of reality, is a concept arising in the mind of the individual, the jiva. The mind, in this context, refers to the faculty of thinking, perceiving, feeling, and experiencing thoughts and emotions. It encompasses both the conscious and the unconscious aspects. Advaita sees the mind as a product of the material world, and so the mind is inherently transient and changeable. The mind borrows its awareness from the consciousness of your own being and declares, "This is me." The absolute being does not veil itself. This notion of veiling is a projection from the limited individual mind. just another idea, actually just ignorance. To overcome this ignorance, you need to inquire deeply into the nature of the self, your own identity, with all your mental ideas about who you are. Inquiring, you realize the inherent non-dual nature of existence. Ignorance of the mind obscures the self. Inquire to remove the ignorance. Then the self stands on its own, uncreated and ever existent. In this dialogue, Ramana dismantles the perceived duality between the absolute and the relative and emphasizes the immediacy of the absolute truth. He encourages self-inquiry as a means to dispel ignorance and realize your true nature. These insights are central to Advaita Vedanta that aims at the realization of non-dual consciousness. So inquire, know yourself, and be always happy and at peace. These videos help bring Ramana Maharshi's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe now